Oh, hi there. Skid Bros Racing got a new tower. So, probably selling the really cool F250. But this thing's got more power on paper. Feels like it driving it. So, we're kind of thinking make it kind of like camper van style, except rugged enough that you can throw tires and car parts in there. So everything will at least fold up enough that you can still use it as a truck. Maybe a rack. We definitely want AC in it because when we're at the track, we like to be chilling. So anyways, we have not ever had one of our vehicles and made a video thing from like the start of it. We have done nothing to this. I haven't even put fuel in it. It had enough to get home. Oil level was fine. All that stuff. I've literally done nothing. Drove it here. That's it. I'm gonna get into my first mod in a little bit here. Really easy. One of these headlights doesn't work. I can't remember which one, but we found that out. Did you pipe down out there? Found quite on the set. Anyways, we found that out on the way home because, you know, couldn't see anything in the dark. We're just gonna fix that too, and then it needs ball joints but not like super bad, but it needs them, so those are on the way. And gonna do some neat stuff. Go over what we got. Alright, so this sucker's got a big old 6.8 V10. It's the non-Triton as far as I understand, because this is a 2003 and I don't think the Triton existed then. And but I don't know much about it yet. Sounds like the spark plug thing is slightly better than it is on the older ones from what I read on the internet. Looks like somebody replaced the shocks. It's got loop scissors, so obviously this is the kind of van for us. And we do want different wheels, but in the meantime I might just clean them up and paint them. Previous owner or somebody put this floor in here. There's plywood under it, which we originally thought was going to be terrible, but it's actually not too bad. It's a simulated hardwood floor, so it's probably going to look like crap soon, but it doesn't yet. And so we got that going for us. Couple things with the headliner, like looks like it was probably cut up there, but we're probably gonna take it out and do something fancier just because, you know, saw some hipster stuff on the internet. It's got a double din navigational friggin' unit up there. Trailer brake controller, I don't know if it works yet, but it will or it won't. And cruise control works, AC works, power windows. And I'm really glad it doesn't actually have the seats, because I would have got rid of them anyway. And gonna have to decide how we're gonna put like a bed in here so we can go to tracks outside of our area and have a nice place to stay, have rooftop AC, all that stuff. Oh, you can see all that stuff going on there. Part of why the headliner is probably just gonna get tossed. No idea what that is. All right, first mod. Gonna have to clean up some musty bits. New headlights installed. So in inspecting the van a little bit, notice that the axle seal on the driver's side was leaking, And then I also noticed before that this thing here, which is a little fitting that was on the breather for the axle, was clogged. So before I panic and think that I need to replace the axle seal, which I probably do anyway, but you know, before we do that, we're going to be sure. We're going to clean this sucker out. So it's not going to breathe too well with that in there. And see if that solves the problem on its own. So I feel like that's step one. Better, good enough. And there's where that clogged up piece was. I don't know if something's supposed to connect to it, so comment below if you know, because I don't know much about these yet. We got a 373 gear ratio on here. Evidently, I think that's only a Dana 60, which is kind of disappointing. I was hoping for a 70. It is semi-float, which is expected. And everything on this looks pretty clean. Doesn't seem like the U-joints have any slack in them. Didn't feel any vibration going down the road. Exhaust looks rust-free. Driveline's rusty, but being in the automotive world, or at least automotive work-related stuff, Ford doesn't like to paint things. So, you know, that's what happens when you buy American. But, you know, here we are. One thing good to do is see how old the spare is. This spare is from '02. So, you know, while we did wrangle this thing up with this spare on here, which is nice that it has one, that thing's too old. So that's not good. I also should figure out where the stuff to get the spare down is, because I don't know that yet. Alright, so we gave it a really light duty cleaning. I see where that terrible steering wheel cover was on, but in the meantime, I'll probably see if I can source one of these steering wheels that's nicer, if it bothers me enough. We'll see. So basically, the point of this thing is so we can take the drift cars to different tracks and have a place to stay. And if I end up not selling the rock crawler, the Toyota, which if I can get the internet to work, I'll put a link somewhere. So, pipe down out there. Anyways, so yeah, if I end up not selling the rock crawler, this opens up our possibilities to use that. We definitely had thoughts of grandeur of taking 2 drift cars to an event at the same time, long distance, but like the F250, which is only a 460, this would probably not be up to the task. So we'd be looking at a, you know, probably like a 1-ton, possibly a dually or something if we do that. But for now, this is going to, should have better towing capabilities. We will see. And definitely has more power on paper and torque. And we'll see how it goes. And we keep you posted as we begin to actually do actual work to this. So that's all for Skid Row's Racing for right now. Please enjoy some Skid Row's random footage.